the most brilliant moments, the most, like, strongly, like, he's seen me at my best with women.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen me fuck women in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen me seduce women. He's seen me fall in front of women, like, embarrass myself. He's seen me pathetic. He's seen me sick. You know what I mean? Like, he's seen me poor. He's seen me seemingly rich. He's seen me with a place, without a place, in rehab, not in rehab, on heroin, kicking heroin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every single type of thing.
I think
and, like,
he's a good friend.
But no, he is a good friend. Like,
I would never say that he's not a good friend to you.
But he has, but you know, and what's funny is, like, but he's left me in the dust a few times. Like, you know, there was a time when I was like here, and then in Long Beach, where, like, he left me, like I had an abscess, like, you know, I needed help.
Yeah.
And, like, I had this girl, Sarah, Miranda was with me at the time. And, like, you know, he was gone, you know, and he came back, you know, eventually. And then I went to rehab, and he was fucking, like, finger banging Miranda, you know? And it's like, actually, you know, her story, I didn't even know. I never knew that, you know, like, you were there, like, you know, when I was in Cornerstone the first time, like 9 months after I first did heroin, when I first went to rehab as an adult, or second time I went to rehab as an adult, after Laguna Beach, when I went to rehab in Cornerstone, which I go do twice, after a year after we went to Portland, you know, I left Portland, I went to Laguna Beach, I went to rehab, I came out, I dated Christy, we left, Micah was with Hannah, she left him, I dated Miranda. In the summer, you know, one summer after being in Laguna Beach, a year after, all this would happen. You know, it's like Portland, like, ended in June, Laguna Beach, June, left, Hannah's with Micah, I date Christy eventually, I start using all these drugs. A year later, that summer, I'm with Cornerstone. And, you know, this is before I met Dylan the second time. Rehab, yeah. And I was in this rehab, you know, and this was the first time. Now, I wasn't that strung out on heroin, so I went to the rehab, so I got SSI money, you know, and then all this money, back pay, like tons, like thousands, you know, $20,000 cash, in my mom's name, and she told me if you go to rehab, you'll get the money, you know. And anyway, I went to the rehab, you know, she said, if you do 60 days here, I'll give you the money. So I did it. Yeah, I Miranda. No, I'm not going to pretend like I was faithful to Miranda, but I'll tell you what, I was faithful. You know, I had some girls in that rehab that were straight up throwing themselves at me. I had this fine bitch. Now, I would have fucked that girl so fast if she was, like, you know, different setting. I don't find girls in rehabs to be appealing when they're, like, coming off of drugs and, like, throwing themselves off you.
Like the vulnerable.
You know, inside of a fucking, like, you know, like, room.
Yeah.
You know, with 10 guys in the other room.
Yeah.
That never is appealing to me. So I'm the guy in rehab that doesn't touch anybody. Every other man there is fucking everyone that walks. I don't fucking anybody.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, though, I'm talking to Miranda, and she tells me the other day, that was when she's like, you know, she told me a story, like, Gary and you and Micah go out, and you said, like, don't you wish you met Micah first? You know, this was a long time ago. And she was like, oh. But then, sure enough, her and Micah go visit me, and then they go leave, and then Micah, like, fingers her, you know, it's like Now, to Micah's credit, you know, Hannah had just left him, I left Christy, and I probably said maybe something derogatory about Miranda. I had strangled Miranda and beaten her in a hotel room in front of him. So obviously my, like, sense of propriety wasn't very great. But it's like I had this girl come visiting me, and I'm like, you know, it's just like come on, man. I'm like, you know, I would have, you know, if he had a girlfriend and he was in rehab, but you can't even imagine those situations because they never would have happened. You know what I mean? So you can't really reverse them. She told me that. I was under depression.
I don't know, it switched it up for me. And then, I don't know. Actually, I have to stay on the one.
No, I remember exactly the summer you're talking about. And I hung
You're
out
from
with
West Farm.
I hung out with Miranda and Mike, I think, like twice. And when I saw them, like, I didn't know it. Actually didn't know at first that they were doing anything together. They kind of like hid it from me.
No, I think they really, because Miranda, you know, she's a coy little bitch. Like, she's probably only fucked like me, you, and like 2 other guys in her whole life.
I have no idea, honestly.
Actually, wait. I think I got that. Wait.
All I can say, Jesse, is that I have no interest in being dishonest with you. That's all it is. Like,
No, I know you don't. That's why we're where we are right now. You know?
like, I told you pretty much like a month after you met Miranda that I thought she was amazing.
No, I know. You know,
Like,
I appreciated it. I know. I have total love for you. Like, I have total admiration for you. I think you are like a beautiful, brilliant, amazing human being. And that's like why I want to be around you right now. And that's why like I wanted to be around you from the moment I met you. Like I've always had admiration for you, and I still do. You know. And that's, you know, as far as it goes. And like, I have like, you know, total respect for you, emotionally, you know, spiritually. I love you, you know. And like, at this point in my life, like, it's as far as I go with anyone. I mean,
Yeah.
the only reason why I'm talking about Micah right now is because the only goddamn people I have it for is like you and him,
Yeah.
you know. But like, you and I, though, it's like we're like I don't know, we're just like, we're here together. I'm not like this with Micah. I don't sit with the acoustic guitar and tell him my like feelings about like, you know, regular things. Like, you're the only person I do this with. Where like, I expect and achieve like understanding. So like, this point in my life, like, you represent like pure love. Cause like, I don't have this with anyone else. Like, the women that I've done it with, like Jen last night, like, they expect something from me, and they, you know, they want like a reality constituent. Like, they want me to be like striving towards something. And like, the reason why we have romance is because you're the only one I expect something from. Seriously. I expect something from our relationship. I actually believe there's a possibility of a future potential. With the future being like a non-existent quantity of perception, I think that there is a potential for us to do something totally beautiful together that will let us exist in a relation of time that will perceptually be better than it is right now. However that will be, I mean, what will be better than right now, right? I mean, maybe it won't be. Maybe we're just like, you know, like, you know, very greedy people. But it's only total awareness that would give us that. Because like, we're aware of how beautiful this moment is right now. So the universe like won't let us achieve like a future better moment in like a comfortable chair, in a more comfortable chair, in a more comfortable region, with a more like cogent relation of the spectators watching us, rather than like the molecular structure of like pseudo invisibleness. I mean, because that might be our problem. Is like, we're so aware that we're aware of this like, you know, colloquy of like spectral atoms observing us right now. So maybe that's why like we're not gonna get like actual like, you know, pseudonistic human form, because we have it right now. That's the thing, right? And that's how like we might die like in a pithy, you know. And it's like, whatever, right? Like, if I kill myself right now, like, I'd just be like, I played the E minor chord to a infinite sphere of atoms watching me. And then someone would be like, oh, well, you're delusional, like, there are, like, a spectrum of atoms representing the human form that could have been Hollywood Bowl, you know? And it's like, oh, well, you're like an idiot. Like, you don't see, like, the connectivity at its purest form. And then they could say, like, oh, well, as, like, a fourth-dimensional being, like, don't you understand that, like, the rudimentary form of the three-dimensional, like, collision? And I would say, like, well, you obviously don't understand the fourth-dimensional form then. Then you can say, well, the fourth-dimension never occurred, though. Because the fourth-dimensional form to fourth-dimensional form never occurred in that lateral movement, right? And that can be our misnomer right there. And that's what I'm constantly struggling with when I wake up in the morning. The other day, I was in my parents' bed, and I smelled this smell, which I guess was like sweat mixed with like fart, you know. I don't really know exactly what it was. It just sounded like, you know, a bed that like had been like not washed, you know. My dad farts a lot when he sleeps, I guess. But yeah, it was a very comfortable bed. And my mom asked me when I woke up in the other bed, do you want to sleep in my bed? And I said yes. So I went in her bed, and I slept for, you know, 3 hours or so for my appointment, and I knew I had to wake up at like 12:15 to like, you know, shower and whatnot. And it was like 8 a.m. And then at like 11:15 a.m. I remember thinking like, oh well, maybe I want to go on the elliptical or like drink lots of coffee and like execute bowel movements. And I was like, no, I guess I'll just sleep as long as I can until she wakes me up. So I chose to do so. And then I woke up midway between like the collision of those two like ideas, and I was like, I looked out, and there was like a mailman, and it's like crazy, right? Like I was dreaming, well, and so he was speaking on his phone, but it was hooked up to his ear, you know, with his mouthpiece, and I woke up, and I was like totally sleep waking, like early sounds, lawnmowers, you know, and like various car sounds, like, and he was speaking Asian, you know, and it's probably like, I would guess Vietnamese, you know, to his thing. And I watched him, and I was like, fuck. Well, I didn't think anything at all in relation to regular thought. I was like, holy God. And this used to happen to me a lot when I was younger. And I was like, now I smelled my house, which has a strong resonance to me. And I was like, I was not awake. You know, I was awake in a higher sense. And I got up, I still stayed asleep. I had to urinate extremely badly. And I went to the bathroom, I urinated. I still stayed breathless, so to speak. My brother was outside, and he said hello to me. I barely replied. And I made coffee. I went outside. My dad was sweeping. And he walked by me. And this is where it gets like sort of like hairy. And that like his like total being like responded to me. Like we like exchanged like awareness. And like he didn't know he was doing it, but I was like, hello. And like I was like still like some misses you so much, like you have no idea. And then his brothers like think they're like so crazy, you know. And I'm like, that takes me a while. But his mom, like, I don't know, it just was fucking crazy. But like they have no like, I don't know. Anyway, I just saw a video here for this like. way, like, this is, like, my, like, how I need to be writing songs. This is how I usually write songs. This is good for drum beat, you know? The chorus, because it's just like, it's such a good, like, beat, like, and, like, you know? It's just, like, so subtle for the chorus.
It's just fun to like try and play lead over because it's
like,
impossible.
No, it's perfect though. Because you'd be like totally whatever.
That's what I mean. It's just everywhere. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Actually, I'm gonna try to record this real quick.
Here's in relation to our conversation earlier. He tries to appear as if he's emotionally unaffected. And it takes effort to do that. Like, why would you exert effort to appear as something? You just like have a state. I guess emotions, like feeling, is kind of absurd, but I guess it's also the only thing that makes sense. Language makes no sense. Linguistics is. I think emotion is the driving force, the only driving force that makes sense as far as creating.
Yeah. No, I know you're digging that.
I kind of see, like, you go throughout your day meeting, like, trivial little, like, bubbles of reality. Some of them are male, some of them are female. And, like, these notions of, like, gender separations, like, all these things that get built upon the archetype, like like whatever the initial archetype is. Like one of them is like having like any kind of emotional sensation is feminine. And you meet like these like male bubbles of reality that like exert this force to appear as if they are like emotionally unaffected by the world. Like, I'm not emotionally unaffected. Like I'm detached from common notions of reality, but I'm emotionally affected by my own thoughts, and I'm emotionally affected by you, and like by various like people, because like we exist on a similar level. I just think I kind of like I can't help but relate him to like, in that sense I can't help but relate him to those like male sheep. That like sensation of having to hide something. That's all it is. That's the biggest, if anything about me, it's that.
I should
banter, I knew
Talk about all the lapses, so I might just get on. All from their own makers. Just talk to me some all the time, you know I sound pretending it's a dream. Talk to me, oh, I might just get on from all type of injury. Talk to me, oh, I might just get on from my eyes, from all injury. Next all these borders, all these shutters closed up. Oh, I don't know how ever open. Pick up windows and windows, scare bricks of gas, of glass. Sometimes look at that old crescendos, mementos. I didn't try to contrive any present, so that all I do is get around us to get all over. Time to shine as dazzle artifacts and make up like historians. Some magnets and disposed of shadow. Make all these memories pavilions on silence to the carpet. Oh, I footsteps. Some more fashion. Take me around. What you doing? So silent sounds make us over. This is so I live to open your
Alright, do me a favor. Slow that down and play like actual chords, like you're gonna play like a sweet pop song.
The song?
Yeah. Just do
I
it.
thought it was a sweet pop song.
No, I mean like just like a slow rhythm. Like whatever chords you're playing, and sing the same way. Good. About that pace. Maybe a little quicker if you want, but not too much. instead of a seventh there, play
Minor,
an A major there.
A major.
But sing the way you were singing. Just like, doesn't matter how it sounds. Nope, I'm not gonna judge you on your singing, so just sing it. I want you to sing the same exact thing you're singing, but I want you to do it just in simple E, 1, 4, 5, all majors.
The singing or the chords and playing?
Sing exactly the same thing you're singing, the same pace, just you started to speed up there.
Where I'm not playing 1, 4, 5 though.
Yeah, I know, I'm saying play that. Play.
Wait, E, D. That's not 1, 4, 5 though.
E to A.
And I'm playing
we'll
A.
play E to A.
I'm playing A. I'm playing E, A, G.
Well,
So it's
okay,
1,
so
4,
what,
3.
then play E to A, then you go back to E, then you go to B major,
Okay.
to E,
Okay.
but the same like vocal tone, like melody. But sing it.
I'm playing E minor.
I know.
With a
Go
C,
between-
not in a C.
Go between the E minor. If you're gonna play, I just want to hear what it sounds like because I was
I
listening.
think it's fine. I think it's good. What you're
What
saying.
I was doing is I was listening to you play and sing, and I was playing those chords as major, and I thought that your vocal, like what you were doing vocally, sounded really good over what I was doing.
Yeah. That's it. I think.
So just but play E major.
No,
You
I think-
accent the minor, but like every now and again, but play it as an E major.
No, I think it's fine. So I'm just adding the C instead of the A flat. I think it works out. Wait, watch. I think it's fine with adding the A major with the
Try
E
it.
minor.
What I was saying is go between the two like this.
Okay, yeah, I'll do those things too. Okay. I'm gonna play the B minor. I'm gonna play the A major and the B minor. I think it works
How
out.
about let me play, just sing. Have you ever actually sang over someone playing without you playing?
How many times have I done it with you?
No, I know, but I'm saying usually you're strumming. Like,
No, I've always
are you-
I sing with you like many times.
I
Sounds like interesting.
It gives it the feel of like you're talking about like something like derogatory. You know, it's like I just got all I do. I talk to Jesus, so he just know I don't know. And then you keep going back to the A major. Then when you come to the bridge, you're like I talk to Mary, she knows. I talk to Paul, he is what to say. Someone gotta. It creates like a very simple, like cool pop song. Yeah.
You know what? There's something I really want to hear you play and sing. I told you about it last night, but I don't know if you looked it up.
The Beach Boys now?
Yeah.
I didn't look it up.
I'm trying to remember the name of it.
No, yeah, you said like, yeah, I have it on my phone.
So it starts with an E chord, I think, to an F sharp, and there's like a little, like, implied melody that I enjoyed. Or no, it's a D chord to an F sharp minor with a D in the bass, so. It goes D to an F sharp minor to an E minor 7. See if you want to. You don't have to, but I mean, my phone's not letting me look at it.
Yeah, your internet's not working. Yeah, the web server.
No, I'm actually buying one for
We should just buy like, just what are you gonna call it? We need to think of a good name.
I'm not.
You know, so then her like 20,000 friends just go on, you know, after Instagram, look at her shit. We have like 100 of them mixed. That's what I'm getting at with my idea is like once we have like
Fuck. You alright? Probably gonna get going soon, anyway. I'm just like happy that tonight like didn't end badly, but still could.
No, it's not gonna end badly. I'm just craving a Earl drug of choice so badly.
Don't. You couldn't even like do it if you wanted to. You took a Suboxone.
No, I mean not like to do right now. Well, I mean, I guess I was like earlier, but I mean, just like in general, it's very fun.
You alright?
Yeah.
For me, like, wanting, like, there's almost no motivation to do it for me, and the reason is, like, I have no desire to sleep with women. I have, like,
No. Just kill ourselves.
you almost, like, you still have a slight ability to, like, fumble around and, like, put your dick in something and, like, come.
I don't. No, if there was a model like line up against this wall, no, seriously, we both would want to fuck her. It's fact. No, you can pretend like you wouldn't, but like it's a fact. It's like there's some like our perfect type, like against that wall right there, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so horny." Like go on my air mattress on your
Honestly,
air mattress and like fuck me. No, you would. I would. There's no reason.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, stop right there. But if she literally like just said, "I'm so horny,"
No, Gary, listen. Here's how you get to it. I'll get to your point faster than you will. It's like, yeah, if she was against that wall and there was a bed right there and she wanted to like fuck, for like however long it would take to come, yeah. And then, she can have like the best personality in the world and she can like, have like a boar head, like a Pynchon novel like strapped to her forehead, and like, like a fucking, whatever, right? And as soon as you come, you're gonna be like, oh fuck! Like, is it a frozen pizza in my refrigerator? I just want to,
like watch The Sopranos and like eat this whole pizza
Yeah.
and like fall
Okay.
asleep for like 16 hours alone. You know, can you like please like leave me? And she, oh yes, my love, I'm the perfect beast. I'm gonna just come here, you know, when it's like 4 p.m. and like, you know, you've like, you know, not eaten for like 16 hours and like, you know, you want like a woman around you to like watch you vacuum and like, you know, sort through your life. I'm gonna leave as soon as you come and like whenever you want to fall asleep and I'm just gonna be gone. Then yes, you have a woman around her. But the fact is like, yeah, we're insane. So yeah, we don't want women around us because they don't do that. So yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't.
the money here. The money is not for the cunt. Because whatever, in this day and age, fucking, you know, porn. I mean, you can buy those bitches. And maybe there is that like, you know, one girl who's like so amazing. You know, like you get annoyed with her after you come and you like yell at her, and then she like bumbles off and she goes and like she gets her nails done and she goes and like she shops for some like shit and she reads some books at the coffee shop and she goes to her class on, you know, physics and she comes back and she's like, oh, like you want to make dinner? And you're like, yes, I'm missing you. And then, you know, you come around, oh, Gary's coming over and we're going to record like noise music, dash like our pop psychedelic project. I work on a website for the next 19 hours. She's like, oh, it's fine, I'll go in the 4th bedroom. So that's why you want the money. It's not because, it's because you can place people. And it's like, not just place the woman, just like place everything, you know? It's like, whatever, we'd just be so much better off. We were made to be billionaires. And it's like, because we have the minds for it. Not everyone has it. Most men, there's a hot woman against the wall, they want them lathered to them all the time. The minute we like think we come, or like we might almost be coming, or like we have like a, you know, I mean, I can't even explain my problems, but like, you know, the fact is like, you know, I don't even care. Yeah, she's probably, I'd be like, okay, like go like die. Yeah, it's true. I really would. I'd be like, yeah, go kill yourself. Like, if I was in the wrong mood, like, doesn't even matter. But yeah, women, fuck them. Like, I don't care with them at all. Like, I want to die, like, all the time. So it's like, if there was a handgun right here, right now, maybe not right now, I'd kill myself, but like, if I had a handgun, if I had millions of dollars, I'd probably be dead. But like, you know, theoretically, you know, maybe there's a chance I wouldn't. But it doesn't matter, because we have to try it now. We've existed in squalor, we've existed as regular, we've existed as geniuses, we've had hot cunt, a lot of us were dicks. You know, it's like we haven't been like uber famous musicians. It's not even being famous, just like we need to be creating something that we like feel that peak, that like moment where you're like, oh fuck, like I feel it sometimes even when we're just jamming.
Mm-hmm.
The website, and like I need you to understand that it's going to do so. That's the worst that happened. You want to know about me? There's Gary Marizzi. All his writing, his ideas, his films, his like web ideas, they're all on this website. Go on it. You want to know what we think about politics? We don't think anything of it. Go to the bar. People ask us, "What do you do?" That's the reason, right? See, when we have billions of dollars, let's say we're worth like $9.7 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then some hot woman or like man, and we're like, oh, you guys like have like nice like Armani jeans and like Prada shoes on. What do you guys do? And we're like, oh, like we like whatever, like kill yourself. And then like the next person comes up, and then we're in a better mood. And they're like, oh, you want some strawberry margaritas? We're like, no, we don't drink alcohol. We're like raging heroin addicts. And then like they're like, oh, really? Oh, that's annoying. And the next crew come to us and they're like, oh, like hello, like aren't you like Gary Marizzi? Like, yeah, I saw your like piece in the LA Times article. And like he's like, yeah, this is like my partner is Rubens. And I'm like, oh, go kill yourself, you faggot. And then like we're like, hey, get us another like espresso, come on. And the waitress is like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm like, for what? She's like, and then like, 6 hours later, we come up with our next like website idea. And some like measly cunt walks down the corner with their friends, and like we just like bump into them at like some place. And like, oh, hello, like, oh, you like kale? Oh yeah, it's like great to eat it. Like these government faggots. And they're like, oh my god, like I love kale. I'm like, oh, I love like murdering you in your sleep. And they're like, oh really? You're a serial killer? I'm like, yes, I am. And they're like, oh yeah? They know we are. So we have to pretend like we're not, because we have billions of dollars. So then we meet people how we're supposed to meet them. None of this nonsense, like, what do you do, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I do this. It's like, fuck you, faggot. Like, we do nothing all the time, right? Then we go on stage and we perform. And we go outside the stage, people are like, okay, your autograph? And you're like, yes. And then they're like, oh, hey, autograph? No. And then you go outside, oh, can I interview you? You're like, yes, like, I'm famous, like, whatever. That's how we need to exist. Like, we can't exist like this anymore. It's, like, too painful. Like, what do you do? Like, as I was telling you, I get asked this all the time. Like, what do you do? Nothing. What do you do? All right. What do you do? Nothing. Oh, you should get a job. Like, I can. It's like, get the fuck out of here, you idiot. Like, my mom even fumbles through it. She's like, oh, like, and like, like for a month, she'll understand I can't work, and she's like, oh, well, maybe you should like try to work for this. Like I'm insane. Like, get out of here. It's like, but then I talk about my own ideas I make up, and then she gets excited about them. So I'm tired. I just want to buy the bitch like a fucking house. So I'm like, oh, here's a house, Newport Beach. Like, here's a car. And she's like, oh my god, you're so amazing. Yes, thank you. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I buy my mom houses. Like, that's why we need to make money. It's not for the cunt on the wall. It's not for like kale. It's not for like whatever. It's because we have a nice bed. We have a nice room, soundproof. We have equipment, you know, to make music. And like, we have a website where if we have a writing idea, we post it on the website. And then it's like, it's up on the internet. And if it's shitty, like, oh, your new writing idea kind of sucked. Like, yeah, because I post my like bowel movements on the website, you fucking faggot. And then no one asks us that question. So then we go to like the Emmys and like whatever, these like premieres for like our movies. And they're like, oh, like this movie was like kind of bizarre. And you're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, go kill yourself. Like, oh my god, that stupid cunt. So this is what I'm talking about right here. But like, the point is like that's what we're doing. Like, we just do this. And that's why, because we were born to be this way. We're creators and we're famous. And like, I mean, we're famous, there's so many vibrations, it doesn't even make sense anymore. So now we just need to nuance our aggregate response to the regular world. So I wake up in the morning, like, I get up and I'm like, ah, God, like, oh my God, like Advil PM, like whatever, like, just I want to read Ulysses. I want to like pick a book up and read with my own eyes. So I just like get some girl to read it to me, which I've had happen. You know, so it gets you looped, because like you end up existing so like wealthy without any money. So your mind like in the world thinks you're wealthy. It's like, oh, this like girl's naked reading Ulysses, like sucking your dick, and you're like, oh yeah, but then, you know, like she gets mad and like, you know, like you black out at a restaurant and like get a DUI or like a drunk in public, and you're like in a rehab and your mom's like, oh, you have money, like you owe me like $29,000. So the point is, she just give us money, we can easily do this together, and we're like married. Okay, that's what it is. Like, pretend like we're just like we're best friends who are like in life together, and it's like fuck everyone else. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're just idiot drone. Like, they're trees. Trees look nice sometimes, and if you want to like, you know, water trees, like you can water trees. But you don't have to water trees. That's what the woman's like. It's like, yeah, she has a nice cunt. It's like, oh, like good for you. You have a nice cunt. Like, you know, but I have like cancer. Like, I can't fuck you. So, oh, I could fuck you, but I don't like feel like it. I want to masturbate on like your hair, you know? And they're like, oh, you're peculiar. And you're like, yes, like, leave me alone. So then, you know, one day you meet some like amazing girls like Scarlett Johansson, you know, and she's like, oh my god, like that song you wrote called like Stop Time, Time, Look at Time, Stop Time. Like, did you write the lyrics or did you write the lyrics? You're like, oh, like I wrote the lyrics. And you're like, ah, you wrote the lyrics, that stupid bitch. And so you go home with her, and then like, you know, 3 weeks later, you're like, oh, I'm dating Scarlett Johansson. And I'm like, really? But we had like 19 rooms in our house, so I didn't notice, you know, because I didn't see her. There was like a back entrance. So we're like, you know, you want breakfast with me today? Like, Sylvia's making the food. I'm like, oh, she's making those like enchiladas? They're like, yeah, for breakfast. So I come out, you know, with my like 9, like, you know, like 3-year-olds. And Scarlett Johansson's like, what the fuck? Is he like 3-year-olds like walling around his ankles? And you're like, yeah, you know, we live like an odd life. And she's like, oh my god, you guys are insane. no matter, fine, she's like one girl, you know, like some 19-year-old like infant I met in like, you know, Bolivia, and like so I'm like, oh, she doesn't speak English, like we just speak in like, you know, chakra points, and Scarlett Johansson's like, oh my god, you guys are actually out of your mind. I thought like you know Soderbergh was out of his mind. You know that faggot, like he's an idiot, like, and then she's like, oh man, and you're like, oh, so yeah, I thought you wrote the lyrics, but you're talking about them. Ah, faggot, like, I wrote the lyrics. Like, what the hell? Well, wait, hold on. I don't. Oh, God. So, anyway, it's like this right here, right? It's like Brooke. Like, she's like one of like 3 girls I ever cared about. So it's like, you know, it's like so great. Look at this right here. Like, it's so insane. Like, this bitch, like, wait, where is it? Like, alright. She's like, she's so insane. She's like shooting up heroin, doing God knows what. FaceTime. Actually, there's FaceTime right there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, it's like, it was like her. It's like there's like mirages. There's like you know. It's just like, but they have like cunts, and like, so they make you think like. There's the thing about Brooke is like, no one's ever building. You know, like I can't like fuck like regular girls like Miranda. You know, hot women. Like you're right. They say like, oh fuck me so hard, or like I'm so hot, and I'm like, oh my god, fuck away from me.
Yeah.
You know, I just instantaneously like lose. So Brooke's like, I don't know, something about her. It's like she's not a whore, but it's like we have this like insanely tight relationship, and so fucking her is like super easy and amazing. And so what will happen is like before I fuck her, I'll be like, oh yeah, let's move in here. Like, oh my god, like I don't even care. Like you're on heroin, like, it doesn't even matter. Me?
Yeah.
Oh god, I wish. No. And so, but the point is like it doesn't matter. It's like
We should have gone to a bar.
I'm rambling, but like thing is like Gary, like these like 5 years too late, and like we are the most interesting human beings in the world. Like that's the fact, and like it's not even just like schizophrenia or like me thinking that. People actually think that, and like it is fun to be around. Like if there was like you know like 3 hot girls like lathering in the corner, you know. And they're just like, oh, well, what about, like, you know, the new one? You shut the fuck up, bitch. You know, and yeah, that's, like, funner, you know, if they're just actually there. You know, and they're just like, he's, like, so insane. And they're talking to each other about us, like, in the corner. You know? But that, yeah, you're right. But sex, you're right. It's gone. We've lost it.
I can't do it.
Once you shoot dope, like...
It's not even that.
It's not dope. You're right. No, it's not dope. Like, people that shoot dope, they go into rehab and they fuck any black person with a fucking, you know, vagina. It's like, I know. One day you wake up and you're out of your fucking mind. And like, for a while, you're talking about being out of your mind, and you read books about being out of your mind, and like, you listen, but like, one day you read Bradley's Rainbow, Ben Chan, right? This happened to me like 2 weeks ago. And you're like, fuck. Now, the problem is not when you think these guys are geniuses, you idolize them. The problem is when you realize they're exactly like you were, and they're miserable as you are. That's the problem. But, what they do, they wrote a fucking novel that talks about it. Now they're oozing fucking money. They're living underground with the fucking Rothschilds. Like niggers do the stock market. Niggers play poker. Niggers go into politics. Niggers fight wars. Geniuses, they sit on their ass. They get paid for doing nothing. And that's what we're doing. You know, we don't realize we're doing it yet because the money doesn't seem like great. But all we have to do is have the money, start getting absurd, and we will be sitting in like fucking standard right now. And we're doing the exact same thing. Like, there's gonna be no difference, except for, you know, we'll have someone like paid to watch us. So it's like, oh yeah, like I need to take like, you know, 5 Xanax to fall asleep right now. but I'm paying you $1,000 an hour to like hold me down in 3 hours when I try to get up and go like, you know, wander around downtown LA and get crack. Cause like, I don't wanna like, you know, do crack. I'm gonna wanna do crack in 5 hours. But in 15 hours, I'm gonna be very upset that I went and got like, you know, $90 of crack. This fucking cunt. She's being saucy right now. The fuck?
You know what the problem is?
She said, stop acting like you care randomly. And she said, I can't talk, I'll wake him up. Bruh, she's so good, she doesn't even know how good she is. Yeah, that's like the only possible thing.
Let me respond to that.
Nah, I'm not gonna respond to that. It's like too much. Like, I'm just gonna like,
Just call her.
I did.
No, call her again after she said that.
I will. The fuck? Now she said, what's funny? I wrote LOL and she said, what's funny about that? See? She's like, the thing about Brooke is like, she knows like how to fuck with me. Now I'm like being all like, you know, placebo. Like, who? You know? What the fuck? I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch. This is so insane.
Actually, we differ on one thing.
See, she wants me to write like, you stupid cunt, which I'm about to write, but it's like,
Pretty much.
damn it. No, I mean, we don't differ in anything, I'm just like mumbling. Get done fucking
I can't even stand being touched at all by anyone. Like I can't fucking do it anymore. But the act of having sex, it's just like flesh.
No,
It like putting my dick into something is just like this painful experience that like wakes me up into the first dimension in a very crude way.
No, we don't differ at all. Believe me. Yeah. Talked to like the last like 3 girls I tried to fuck. She's the only bitch I've ever really fucked, and it's.
The problem is like there's occasionally like some cunt that you think is on like a higher level. You think like, oh, I could fuck this girl and like not be like torn into the first dimension of like physical fucking. It's like,
Oh shit,
it's
she's
never
calling
true.
me.
It's never fucking true.
Hello? Hey. What? Who are you with? Like who? Wait, why are you being so like absurd? Why don't you just answer when I call you? No, I mean earlier. I called you earlier. So what are you doing? Just like doing heroin? So why didn't you just talk to me? Why? Wait, what? I don't know. Yeah, I know.
I like had a reflection. Like I'm nothing. I'm nothing at all. And I had a reflection of like the nothing. And it was just horrible. There's like I can't change.
Bottle of wine and offers me a glass of it with no respect to the like problem I have, because like he doesn't have that problem. So he just offers me a bottle of wine and he puts me off on this spiral that can last weeks, months, years. That guy with the gasoline in his car, and you know, there's 1,000 other cunts like Brooke, or like maybe like not very many, but there's a lot of girls like Brooke that aren't junkies, and we can have them around in the corner. But as soon as they're fucking junkies, it's like look at this fucking like she doesn't even know what she's like talking about. I mean, you can blame me, but it's like why? Why? It's like come on, why? And the you with the you. Why do you bother with these little lies? Like yes I am, no I'm not. Yes I do, no I don't. Like that's your thought? Like come on man. Like what the fuck are you talking about? Like I have no idea what that even means. I'm like, what am I doing? It's like, oh, I'm just bored, And like her problem is that this bum bitch is still even talking to me. You know why she's still talking to me? There's many reasons. One, because I'm a freak genius, that she's like understood, and seen me like in my like good moments. But it's like simultaneously, this bitch is like leeching on to any fucking man she can. Get her fucking fit.
Like sort of.
I think though